Today we're going to be replacing the front struts on this Lexus GS. First thing we're going to do is remove the wheel from the vehicle. Now this vehicle uses a double wishbone front suspension. You've got your upper control arm that attaches to the steering knuckle here, and over here you have the suspension strut, which has a spring coiled over the strut itself, and then at the bottom here you have the nut where the strut attaches to the lower control arm. Now sometimes these bolts get really rusty and they actually get stuck to the inside of the bushing in here, so what I'm going to do is, instead of blasting the impact on that side, I'm going to put the impact on this side, which is going to rotate the bolt itself and hopefully break it free. So I've got a 19mm socket on this side and a 17mm socket on the impact side of the bolt head. I'm going to break it free. Okay, maybe you shouldn't be using the impact on this because it tends to round out the heads really good on these bolts. Alright, and with the nut off, I'm just going to drive out the bolt. Here's the bolt from the other side, and you can see how damaged this is and how rusty these bolts are. I'm going to have to get a new set of bolts. Now the strut has this bracket that attaches the ABS wire, and we don't want to damage that. It's held on to the strut by this 10mm bolt, which I'm going to need to remove. I'm first going to remove the wire itself from the bracket. I'm just going to use a small screwdriver here. And then I can slip the wire out, and then I can transfer this bracket off the car to the new strut. Here we are underneath the hood of the car. Now the top of the strut mounts to the body underneath this plastic cover. So I'm just going to push down on these clips, and then I can lift off these plastic covers. Now this here are the three 14mm nuts that hold the top of the strut to the body. We've also got a 17mm nut that holds the strut itself assembly together. I'm going to spray all of these down with some penetrating fluid just to break down some of that rust. And then I can go ahead and break these free. Now just to make sure that this nut is not stuck, I'm going to break it free just using the breaker bar. Yep, it turns. I'll just turn it back for now. I'll just complete the removal of these 14mm nuts. Now this is where we're going to have to get a little creative. The top of the strut is now free from the body, and the bottom is now free from the control arm. So I'm just going to have to wiggle it out, bring this bushing out. That's about as far as it'll go. Now the ABS wire is actually a little too close to the strut for my comfort, so I'm going to have to disconnect the ABS sensor from over here, and then we should be able to take off the sensor. Masking tape this off for now. Okay, it doesn't seem like it wants to come out. Now because I'm having an issue removing the strut, it's actually kind of stuck in there. I'm going to have to remove the upper ball joint in order to get the steering knuckle out of the way, and that'll give me more degrees of freedom around the strut at the bottom here to remove it. As with any Canadian car, first thing I'm going to do is lube it up. There we go. Then I'm going to remove the 17mm castle nut. Okay, I'm not going to remove the castle nut all the way, I'll just leave it on there. And then I'm going to jack up the lower control arm. Now next I need to unseat the ball pin from this taper here in the knuckle. Now this is an aluminum knuckle and you're not supposed to use a hammer. You're ideally supposed to use a separator, so make sure you do this carefully. So we're just going to hit it right here. Okay, now I can slowly release the jack. And then now I can remove the strut from the vehicle. So here we have the strut removed from the vehicle. Over here we have the spring that goes over the strut. And we've got this boot bellow here, which is a dust bellow. You can see it's all torn up, but it's actually integrated into the strut mount. So if you wanted to replace it, you'd have to replace the strut mount as well. At the top here you have the three nuts where it bolted to the body, and then you have the strut nut here, which actually holds the pre-tension on the spring, which is compressed right now. At the bottom here you have that ABS wire bracket, and then this bushing here that's really worn out. Now what we need to do is compress the spring slightly to get the pre-tension off of the spring using these spring compressors. Now the spring compressors we'll just install onto the spring and then put these locking pins in. It's also important that you lubricate the threads with oil. So here's my setup. I've got my two spring compressors 180 degrees apart, and they are pre-tensioned right now, so they're not moving. Locking pins are in. Now my spring compressors take 19mm sockets, so I've got one on this side and one on this side to aid with changing them. I'm going to slowly tighten down either side so that it slowly compresses the spring evenly as it goes down. Now treat this thing like a loaded bomb because these springs are very heavy duty and can hold a lot of energy. If you're a man, I recommend you cover your jewels. I'm going to start by tightening down this side. Then I'll just move over to this side here and tighten this one down. Now you know that everything's compressed properly when these two are both at the equal lengths and the strut here can be rotated. Okay, we're going to remove the 17mm nut that holds the pre-tension. There we go. The old strut is removed. This here is the old OE strut compared to the new KYB strut that I'm putting on. You can see that the spring seats are exactly identical. We're going to have to transfer this bracket over for the ABS wire, and it also comes with a new nylock nut. Now another way you can check that the struts are blown on the rebound rate. So when you push down here on the old strut, it's relatively easy to push down. You can see this one's not too bad. It's actually rebounding fairly quickly. And then here's the brand new one. Push this one down. It's much stiffer to push down initially. You can see that rebounds nice and fast. I'm going to put a little bit of anti-seize on the tip of this here. Now when putting the struts together, you want to make sure that this dimple here on the spring seat is where the spring ends on this side. And it also corresponds to the dimple on the spring seat on the strut itself. So we're going to take that, plug that in. And then over on this side, you want to make sure that this little dimple here lines up with the top of the spring. Now we can go ahead and replace this 17mm nylock nut. And we'll just gun that on. Once this nut here has been tightened down, we're going to go ahead and release the spring tension. Once again, we're going to go slowly, a little bit on either side. We can release these spring compressors. Now, one more thing I forgot to change over was this little ABS sensor. And then I'll just reinstall this bracket with a 10mm bolt on the new strut. I'm just going to use my brother's toothbrush here to clean up the mounting points for the strut on the lower control arm here. I'm going to use a little bit of brake cleaner, flush that out. And I've got my brother's handkerchief here. I'm just going to open that up and wipe that down. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Now I'm going to install the strut into the vehicle, paying attention to where these are mounting to the body of the vehicle first. Orient that. And then we can just pop that in. Next up, I need to replace the strut bolt where it goes into the lower control arm. Now if you remember, I damaged mine, so I had to find a replacement, which is this one here. It is a bit longer, but I should have enough clearance with the steering at full max. We've got enough room back here. And you also want to make sure that you do get grade 10 bolts, which is what the OE is using, because this pretty much takes the entire weight of this corner of the vehicle. And you really want to make sure that you dab the shank of this thing up with a lot of anti-seize, because this was really rusty when it came out. I want to prevent that from happening again. I'm going to use a screwdriver and pry that up so that I can get the strut bolt in. And I'm just going to install a washer and a nylock nut. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my 21mm socket on this side and breaker bar on the other side, and we'll tighten this guy up. My breaker bar is actually stuck in the strut. There we go. This upper ball joint thread needs a bit of cleaning up, so I'll just use my brother's toothbrush again, scrub those threads so it's nice and clean. And then I'm going to jack up the lower control arm. And now I can install the upper ball joint into the steering knuckle. And then we'll tighten this down. And then I'm going to thread on the 3 14mm nuts. Snug these down until they're nice and snug. Snug down this 17mm strut mount nut. Now I can release the jack from underneath the lower control arm. Don't forget to plug in the ABS sensor, and we'll just tie that wire back into the strut holder. Next I'm going to install the wheel onto the vehicle. Finally, we're going to take the vehicle for a test drive and listen for any odd clunks or noises or suspension movement.